I recently posted a video where Holger Rune is playing with the head boom in Marbella, but I may have jumped the gun for 2 points. 1. This was at the Davis Cup, not the Marbella Open, which is an easy mistake. They're actually using the same venue this year. More importantly, this racket very well may not be the head boom, and to be honest, I had my suspicions, but here's what made me convinced initially. We know this is a head racket because if you zoom in on the head guard, it says head. And if you analyze the spacing pattern of the mains on the throat, you can see a clear, far apart, close, far apart pattern, which is unique to some head rackets, but not exclusively the head boom. And it's not the head speed because that has the opposite pattern, close, far, close. The detail which really cornered me into thinking it was the boom was actually the fact that the grommets are entirely black all the way around the racket, which for me eliminated the possibility that it could be the extreme. And some were correct to point out that the images of Holger Rune holding this racket didn't show off the signature teardrop type shape or isometric type shape unique to the boom, which I just chalked up to not having a favorable angle. The reality is that just because the grommets are black does not rule out the fact that it could be a head extreme, and here's why. When professional players are on TV testing a competitor's racket, they are legally required to black it out so that they are not advertising for their competitors, which means competing companies need to manufacture their new molds with black grommets so that other professional players can test their rackets and not violate any agreements with their current sponsors. And if you know anything from my previous video about Stan Wawrinka using what is actually the VCore 95D, you will know that racket companies can and will make grommets of a different color than retail to look like whatever is current, so their sponsored player can use something from a different time but represent what is current. So it's not a stretch to assume that these companies will also manufacture black grommets for current models so players on the pro tour testing the competition can test their rackets without violating sponsorship agreements. And with that understood, reconsidering the head extreme does make a lot of sense, because this head shape could very well be the head extreme, and other things like the string pattern and the string spacing at the throat, as well as the throat shape above the grip, all point to the extreme.